Hector Bellerin to leave and be replaced by Tariq Lamptey or Max Aarons. Welcome back to your boys channel and welcome back to some Arsenal news, as we shall discuss the potential departure of Hector Bellerin, and could he be on his way to Paris Saint-Germain, and if he is to go, who is set to replace him and who have Arsenal targeted. Let's find out in today's video. Yo, what is going on guys? My name is Babs14. Welcome back to your boys channel, and I apologize for not uploading for a few days. But of course, if you're excited for the return of the upload, make sure to go down there and smash the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and as always, let me know your thoughts and comments, especially on Hector Bellerin. Without any further ado, can I get some here we goes in the comments, and let's get in to today's video. And the first thing in discussion, of course, is Bellerin potentially leaving to Paris Saint-Germain. Could man like Hecky be the guy who's been saving the trees? Is he about to leave our defense, and can we actually a fullback that can cross? All jokes aside, James Ben's exclusive dropped yesterday, as he said Paris Saint-Germain are ready to revive their interest in Hector Bellerin this summer, with the fullback eager to test himself away from Arsenal. Sources have told CBC Sports Mauricio Pochettino is understood to be a firm admirer of Bellerin, and it isn't just end there, there's more as well. As has been confirmed, Bellerin has also turned heads in Barcelona, as well as at least two Serie A clubs. Bellerin is one of several players with at least 2 years remaining on their contracts, and whose futures will be decided this summer. Among them are Reiss Nelson, who Arsenal open to offers for. So could Reiss Nelson also be following Hector Bellerin on his way out of Arsenal? We shall wait and see. But in terms of Hecky B himself, the Arsenal Spanish right back, now listen, a lot of Arsenal fans have started not just turning him, but I think they've realised to Arsenal to progress to the next level, he just isn't at that level. Now saying that, I have to give Bellerin a lot of credit, because in terms of his Arsenal career, it started off so well, kind of peaked very early on, and then he kind of stagnated for a while, and then he came back to full extent under Unai Emery, but unfortunately got that ACL injury. Ultimately, coming from an ACL injury, it's always difficult, especially a player who is so reliant on his speed. I mean, if you guys can remember Hector Bellerin in his prime, this speed, he was bursting past players, knocking it past and running. It was 97 pace on FIFA, and now he's barely 85, and obviously that's not his fault. It's an ACL injury, things happen, it is what it is very unfortunate. Because with all due respect, if you look at Bellerin and look at the teams above us right now, they all mostly have better right backs in most departments. Even a team like Aston Villa have a player like Matty Cash, who this season at least looks like a more well-rounded fullback. And so if Arsenal are serious of contending to the next level, we need to move on, and we need to find an improvement. And that's why I'm not here to cuss Bellerin, I'm not trying to slander him, I'm just trying to say, listen Bellerin, thank you for your service, but it is time to move on, best for both parties. And the question really is, are Arsenal better let him go, and who should Arsenal replace him with? Well, man like James Ben is coming clutch again, saying that Arsenal were reluctant to lose Bellerin last year, and have offered no indication they are prepared to do so this year, nor what price they would be ready to sell at. They've identified targets to potentially replace him. Among them are Max Aarons and Tariq Lamptey. Now I know it says that Arsenal were reluctant to lose him, but I do feel with Bellerin as well, I've heard that he's kind of pushing for a move. I think he wants to leave Arsenal, more or less. He wants a new challenge, and I can understand that as well. For Arsenal as well, it's just best for us to move on and to get a right back that can offer us what we need on the right hand side. Someone who's comfortable on the ball going forwards, who can knock it past players, who has the speed but can also defend, and also can cross a ball and take a throw-in. Again, I'm not trying to stand the Bellerin, but it is what it is. But if Arsenal are to lose Hector Bellerin, we are also losing one of the few homegrown players, homegrown starters that Arsenal already have, and that is the reason why I think Max Aarons and Tariq Lamptey are so high on the list. Yes, they're quality players and good right backs in general, but also they will meet that home quarter of a homegrown player. And also a few other names that have been touted around by the Arsenal fan base. Hakimi right now on loan to Inter Milan. I don't know if he's even available in the first place, and even if he is available, yes, he's so good going forwards, but predominantly he does play as a right wing back, and does that suit it to Arsenal? I'm not quite sure. In terms of Lamptey himself, he wouldn't be cheap, he's just signed a new contract in January, but David Ornstein did confirm in the past that Arsenal, regardless of the contract, are prepared to make offers. But what would his cost be if Brighton remain in the Premier League? £50 million. Is he worth that as a right back? I'm not quite sure. I still have, these concerns over his defensive ability, and that's why for me Max Aarons may just become the most viable option. For me, he's the most rounded fullback, and he can defend well, he can go forwards well, and also ultimately he may just be the cheapest option. Not that cheap, but cheaper than Lamptey especially. And also in terms of Max Aarons, the guy is only 20 or 21 years of age. He would have so much upturn and value, potential, and overall be here for the long term as well. But those are my thoughts on the current situation surrounding the Arsenal right back situation. Let me know yours as always in the comments below, and who do you think is the prime candidate to replace Hector Bellerin as the next Arsenal right back? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, my fellow scouts. Moving on, lads, the Arsenal fans are set to return. That is right, lads, man like Boris has spoken and the date has been set at May the 23rd. And as Charles what I said here, the government announces that English stadiums with 40,000+ capacity will be allowed at least 10,000 fans inside from May the 17th, meaning that Arsenal could have 10,000 fans inside the Emirates for the final home game of the season against Brighton on May the 23rd. That is cause for celebrations. That is absolute scenes, Jeff. Look, it's as a guy who was going to the Arsenal games, and I was actually at the last Arsenal full Emirates Stadium game, and that was against West Ham United. It's been nearly a year. I miss it. Just going to the Emirates, the match day vibe, and also the match day vlogs was so lit. And so trust me when I say your boy has been patiently waiting for this moment to come, and hopefully, fingers crossed, if the game and this does go ahead, I can get a ticket for the game against Brighton, because oh my god, going to the Emirates, sitting in that stadium, sitting in my seat, I've missed it so much. And also, make no mistake, fans do have an effect on games, especially the Emirates for Arsenal, because certain games where we've just passed around the back, I can assure you this season, if there was fans there, we would not allow that to happen. We would be on these mans, we will be breathing on the necks to get that ball forwards. So trust me, the fans will have a positive effect, hopefully at least. Moving on, lads, also in terms of Martin Odegaard, we've got a report here from Marca, as they have claimed that at Arsenal they dream of staying with Odegaard. At Madrid right now, they are not made a decision. Madrid know that Norwegians coexistence with Zidane is very complicated, therefore they will consider a good offer from Arsenal. Now, what is a good offer? But what that has confirmed is that if Arsenal make the offer, Real Madrid are not going to reject it, and they're going to look to maybe accept it. Maybe Odegaard will hear and be here to stay. Now, I've seen a few Arsenal fans that have kind of started to judge Odegaard off the performance against Man City, which he was not the best. He was pretty average. He was non-existent, if anything. But at the same time, out of all of our attackers, who really was there except for my star boy Bukayo Saka, who's always there? But ultimately, in terms of my overall judgment of Odegaard, I want to see how he does until the end of the season, maybe in the Europa League and in games where he's up against teams where he gets the ball and he can cause teams issues. And while a lot of fans have compared him to Mesut Ozil and he has that playmaking ability, I do see a lot more in terms of the modern day player, modern day playmaker. He can work hard, he can win that ball back, and he's a very good presser as well. But the question really is for you guys, if Arsenal want to sign Odegaard and can sign Odegaard, how much money do you think is right for us to pay for the Real Madrid or Arsenal playmaker? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And also in terms of Matteo Guendouzi, what's happening here? As he heard to Berlin coach Paul Dardai on Guendouzi's ongoing development, it's like puberty for him. He's kind of a rebel. He has to work and learn like an animal. Now, I mean, this is like the fourth manager Donny's had, right? And he keeps on having the same noises, and except for Unai Emery, he's kind of done the same thing under every one of those managers. And this is why, make no mistake, he has the ability, he has the talent to succeed as a football player, but the attitude and the ego, it just does not sound right, and it sounds like a bit of a crybaby. And I don't want that at my club, I can't lie to you. But saying that if he can just channel that energy and that ego and use it in the right way to motivate himself in the right way, then we can have a top player. But that's down to him. That's not down to me. That's not down to managers. That's down to him as an individual and as a player as well. But we should see how Matteo Guendouzi progresses. But talking about midfielders, we have got a report from The Guardian, as they have claimed that Leicester are now hopeful of winning the race for Lille midfielder Boubakary Soumaré, and that is coming from Fabrizio Romano. I am worried right now, I can't lie. I'm a massive fan. I'm a fanboy of Soumaré. And also look at Leicester City's recruitment. They don't sign anybody. If you look at the players they sign over the past few years, they are talented players. Look at James Justin, Yuri Tielemans, James Maddison, and this guy clearly passes that test. So that clearly tells you something's good about this guy. And so for me, Arsenal, you need to wake up. You need to start negotiating and you need to start progressing. And hopefully, fingers crossed, Arsenal can get this race and win this for Soumaré. That's my opinion. I would love him at Arsenal. And on to the final thing, lads, and that is some other Arsenal news. First things first, let's go over some quotes from the game on Sunday, which I don't want to do, but there are some interesting words. Gary Neville on Mikel Arteta, he says Arteta could have made 5 or 6 changes against Benfica and prioritized the game against City, and not doing that sends a message to your players that what's most important, which tells you that he has written off his chances of getting into the top 4. Oh, listen, Gary, I know you're saying that, but I don't think you're wrong in saying that. We know that Arsenal are not going to get top 4 in the league. It's near impossible, and if we had beaten City, which first things first, even with a fully fit 11 is very difficult, I just don't think we were going to do that. And ultimately, we have to understand the position we're in and we put ourselves in. The Europa League is the priority, and that's why going into the game on Thursday, I don't have a clue who's going to start, but there will be a lot of changes. And Mikel Arteta on the team selection for Benfica said, I don't know if it will be 5, 4 or 7 changes. We'll have to see how they react from today's performance. Obviously, we need to have fresh team and we need legs as well, because then the decision making and everything becomes better when they are fresh. And so he's clearly indicating there that he is set to make a lot of changes in that game. And who's getting dropped and who's coming into the team? Does Aubameyang start after his just ghostly performance against Man City? Does Odegaard start? Does Smith Rowe come back to the team? KT, does he start again? And also Thomas Partey, is he back? Is the Partey back? We're gonna have to wait and see, and we'll see what happens. But what would be your starting 11 going into Benfica? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And with that being said, that has been the latest Arsenal news today. I hope you have enjoyed. Of course, if you have, make sure to go down there and smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow all my social media, the links are in the description below. And there you guys go, another video, another episode of the Arsenal news today. I hope you have enjoyed. And for Arsenal, we've got a massive gargantuan game on Thursday, and I am nervous. Hopefully Arsenal get the win, and I will see you soon in a bit.